a monthly cold plunge membership for 35 bucks a month, and we have a monthly sauna membership for 75 bucks a month. Covers everything, even the pop-up events, with the exception of yoga. It does cover the ice bath with yoga, so it's just the $11 for yoga. If anybody's bought a membership, or I see a lot of faces here that I didn't see signed up on the site earlier, we've definitely been going through some growing pains, and I really appreciate your patience. I'm definitely flying by the seat of my pants with this, as per usual. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us. And you know, it kind of leads me into what I wanted to talk about, because every time I tend to like give a talk, like life throws some new curveball my way. Last time, if anybody was here, life kind of crushed me so bad I just had to sit on the steps and read out of my laptop. And today was one of those days. Today was websites down, nobody could buy tickets, they were getting weird errors. I'd spent like 2 months building this thing, and it was just like, yeah, I knew this was coming. And it gave me a good opportunity to practice acceptance and not get steamrolled. So I really appreciate it. It was like a really great gift from the universe. I failed my last few tests, and this one, I think I could do better, but yeah. So, you know, I'm sure, how many of you have encountered a topic so many times, dozens, hundreds of times, and then one day you hear it from somebody, and it sneaks through the cracks, and it latches on, and like you finally get it. For me, that's acceptance. I'm sure everybody here has heard you just gotta accept it, you know? Gotta accept it. That's got a little bit of a feeling of resignation behind it, right? Like when I hear you gotta accept it, or other people talk about acceptance, it almost comes from this sort of defeated mentality. But what I'm going to talk about is more empowering than that. The act of acceptance isn't, you gotta accept it. No, it's more like, you gotta accept it, you know, with a smile on your face. Why is acceptance important? It's a pathway. It's a bridge between suffering and love. You know? We all go through shit. We all have our days when our website's on fire. You know, we get cut off by somebody on the way to Tub Club. We lose our wallets, lose our phones. There's so much in life that kind of brings up this suffering, this constriction. Maybe you don't like your job. Maybe it's, you know, stress from relationships. You name it. Depression and anxiety. I could go on. All of these can be met with acceptance. All of these shadows can be called in. And through that, transformed. So how do you accept something? Well, it doesn't happen automatically, right? You can't just jump straight in. I accept it, we're good. Some things you can, but most things, there's a process. It's a process you have to go through. For me, that process starts at allowing. You know, before you can accept something, you first have to allow it. Can't accept something you don't allow. How do you allow? You go inwards. You become aware. You know, if you're going through an anxious time, a stressful time, it's the first thing we usually start doing. Start ruminating. Our minds start going, kind of poking us, poking the problem. It's not going to solve it. Just makes it worse. So we got to allow. And allow starts with our awareness, which generally starts with our breath. That's why meditation techniques start with breathing. We become aware of our breath. We become aware of our body. Go inwards. You don't have to like the fact that you're suffering. You don't have to change it. You just have to acknowledge it. You have to let it be. And when you do that, there's this amazing sense of comfort that comes from that, from just letting it be and allowing. Being embodied. And once these things have started to settle down and relax, we can meet it with our hearts, and then we can begin to accept. And we can love these parts of ourselves. These parts that are scared or lonely. And when you do that, a funny thing starts to happen with the mind. The mind begins to quiet down, all on its own. Things start to slow down. Life becomes a little bit more manageable. And you're able to love. See, I believe that we are these vessels for love. That's what we're here for. Just get lost sometimes. Lost in life. Love is scary, right? Love can be painful. Love can be challenging. If anybody's ever read The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, love has the power to wound. Love can lay waste to you like the north wind lays waste a garden. But what a way to go. What a way to go. So, with that, why don't we do some breath work? Because I know all of you are eager to jump in the plunge and allow and accept some cold into your life. Tyler, are you able to get